I was, driving down the road. Way up ahead, I could see one of those car transporters. I also noticed that there was this trail of a tail of sparks behind this car transporter. As I got a bit closer, I realized that the reason for all of these sparks was that the back of this car transporter was down. I looked at it. Running through my mind was one of those thoughts of, this is just like in the movies. I was so tempted to just put my foot down and to drive up that ramp and see what happens. Would it be the same as in the movies? Would it be something exciting? I sure hoped it would. So I dropped a gear in my car and I put on the foot and I accelerated hard, speeding up faster and faster, gaining speed, gaining on that car transporter. And as I was gaining momentum, leaps and bounds towards that car transporter. And I reached that point where at any moment my front wheels were going to leave the tar and get onto the bottom of that car transporter. I thought to myself, I must accelerate even harder, just like in the movies. And at that exact moment, when a millisecond later, my front wheels would have been on that car transporter, a thought went through my mind. My discursive mind shouted out, what if? What if? What if? As I had that thought of what if, I took my foot off the accelerator and I allowed my car to start slowing down. As the car transporter carried on, driving down the road, sparks coming out of the back. The driver, completely oblivious to what I was thinking, what I was almost about to do. Kilometer by kilometer, minute by minute, the car transporter disappeared down the road as I coasted to a complete standstill. I was 22 years old when that happened, and I have never forgotten it. I've often wondered to myself, what might have happened if I had actually tried it? Would I have been successful? Could I have been killed? Who knows? I don't, but I wonder. But I look at my life today, and I think about that, and I think about many of the other choices that I've made in my life, and I realize that I have never, not even once in my entire life, made a wrong choice. I've never made a wrong decision in my entire life. I know. Some of you who know me well are thinking to yourself, I hear what you're saying, Jason. I'm listening to you and I'm hearing what you're saying, but I know you, Jason. What do you mean you've never made a wrong choice or a wrong decision in your entire life? I haven't. I genuinely haven't. Those of you that know me well know that I've had 2 failed marriages. You know I've changed my career enough times to call myself a serial entrepreneur. I mean, the longest I've ever had a single job is when I've been the boss myself. So knowing these things about me, have I ever made any wrong choices, you may ask? No. I've made interesting choices. I've made weird choices. But never have they been wrong. How do I know this? How do I know that they've never been wrong? How do I know I can make a statement so confidently like that? Well, very simply, because I don't believe in mistakes. I believe everything happens for a reason. As we travel down our lives, we're going to keep reaching different pathways. We're going to keep reaching points where we come to junctions and we need to make choices. And when we make the choices, we're either going to go this way or this way. But they're never wrong choices. They're just choices. And the truth of the matter is, like my marriages, when they don't go right and things don't work out, as long as you've learned something from it and you've grown from it, it was the right choice. It was a good choice. It was a brilliant decision. The only time we ever make the wrong choices is when we make a decision based on what other people want and expect from us, not what we know that we want or what we desire. We need to learn to appreciate our lives. Think YOLO, a very commonly known acronym. You only live once. And if you only live once, stop living a life of fear and live out there and enjoy things. Enjoy life. Embrace if and when you may or may not make a mistake. Make your life interesting. Give yourself some fun and adventures and stories to tell your children, your grandchildren, or who knows, maybe even your great-grandchildren. Learn to make a difference in your life and in your community's life, your family's life. Just do things that put you into a different category. YOLO. Think YOLO. There's so many people in the world who are so afraid of everything. It's as if they're already dead, even though they are still alive. Just go for it and make that difference. I challenge each and every one of you to embrace when you come to choices and make those choices. Don't be afraid of them. Start living your life with a life of excitement. Embrace YOLO.